the shining light that we bear. We're the only ones to make her brighter, the only ones to make her better, the only ones.
The peaceful city of Ado-Ekiti was a beehive of activities on Saturday, May 25th, 2019, when the governor of Anambra State, His Excellency, Chief Willie Obiano, and his beautiful wife, Obiano, were conferred chieftaincy titles by the Ewi of Ado-Ekiti, Oba Rufus Adeyemo Adejugbe, in his palace in Ado-Ekiti. The whole city came to a standstill as dignitaries made up of highly respected royal fathers from across Nigeria, custodians of culture, prominent government functionaries, successful entrepreneurs, as well as the everyday people turned out in their numbers at the Ewi's Palace in Ado-Ekiti to witness the making of history. Guests began to arrive at Ado-Ekiti the day before the event. They were mostly Governor Obiano's friends, former colleagues, and great acquaintances that his years of building bridges across the ethnic and religious lines have brought closer to him. Of all the guests who honored Governor Obiano with their presence at the venue, the highly revered Obi of Onitsha, His Royal Majesty Igwe Nnemeka Achebe, and the Oni of Ife, Oba Enito Adeyeye Ogunwusi, were the cynosure of all eyes. They were all gathered to celebrate their friend who had shown enough promise and good work to earn honor and accolades from far and near. They could not afford to be elsewhere on a day when his efforts were being rewarded with a great honor in Ekiti land. It was a sunny day in Ado-Ekiti. Not even the slightest hint of rain in the middle of the rainy season. That was proof that even the elements were in agreement with the honor that was about to be bestowed on Governor Willie Obiano. The Ewi's Palace began to receive guests early in the day. The palace was set for the big occasion as early as 10 o'clock in the morning. Colorfully dressed guests began to arrive in trickles before they slowly streamed into the palace in their numbers. The most visible were the beautifully dressed Igbo women groups, made up mainly of folks from the Igbo community in Ado-Ekiti. They had heard that a great son of Igbo land was about to be honored in their domain and decided to pay homage. There were also crowds of young men and women who were mostly Igbo business owners in Ado-Ekiti and environs. Then there was the Anambra State community in Ekiti State. Before long, the Ewi's Palace had become a carnival of colors. The stage was getting set for a historical encounter between Igbo and Yoruba cultures in a manner that best symbolizes the famous handshake across the Niger. The arrival of the governor of Anambra State, Chief Willie Obiano, and his beautiful wife, Osodieme, marked the turning point in the ebb and flow of the event as the Ewi's Palace suddenly took a life of its own. Accompanied by the wife of the governor of Ekiti State, Her Excellency Erelu Bisi Fayemi, the honorees took a brisk tour of the palace, acknowledging cheers and welcoming their friends who had journeyed from distant places to be with them on their special day. Bedecked in the colorful Yoruba attires, Governor Obiano and his wife looked very like a part of the cultural milieu that they had come to accept honors from. From the choice of his regalia, Governor Obiano once again confirmed his reputation as a bridge builder who is willing to assimilate other cultures and lend a weighty hand in the effort to build a Nigeria in which every citizen is given an equal sense of belonging. It bears mentioning that at a time when Nigeria seems split along the usual fault lines, when ethnic tension has been rising and falling among the major groups in the usual theaters of conflict, Governor Obiano has succeeded in reaching out a hand of fellowship across the Niger. This is even more so when we remember that just a few months ago, Nigeria was inundated with hateful exchanges across tribal lines between fellow Nigerians who should rather refocus their energy towards developing the country. As the chieftaincy ceremony got underway, speaker after speaker sought to define the day and the reason such a large crowd had gathered at the Airways Palace, but not before the opening prayer led by the Bishop of Catholic Diocese of Ado-Ekiti, Bishop Felix Ajakaye.
The Governor of Anambra State, Dr. Willie Obiano, and his wife, Dr. Obiano. Bless our gathering. And the talents of given each and every one of us, help us to use them positively. And let us also use the time you've given to us to serve you in humankind. We pray once again. Today too we celebrate African Day. We celebrate culture. Help us to use culture to develop ourselves.
The chairman of the Chieftaincy Installation Committee, who is also the Chief Odole of Ado-Ekiti, set the stage for the ceremony with a welcome address.
It is with much gratitude to God and great privilege, I welcome you all to this auspicious occasion of conferment of chieftaincy titles of His Excellency Dr. Willie Obiano, Executive Governor of Anambra State, and his wife, Her Excellency Dr. Mrs. Obiano, First Lady of Anambra State. I felicitate with you and I thank God for granting you and members of many nations the capital of the state. The monarchs and other promote the location in the action of conferment of chieftaincy titles and esteem the eminent and patriotic Nigerians by His Royal Majesty Dr. It is interesting to know that the installations of bills of substance. The status is confinement of Africa long, mere consideration of ethnicity and settlements. The intimidating and aggressive programs of these two Nigerians are set out in the program of today's conferment of the Chieftaincy title. In this, they initially desire the honor.
The governor's citation was also superbly delivered to add more verve to the emerging narrative of the new Amuagun and his delectable Erelu.
The governor of Anambra State, Chief Willie Obiano, was born on August 8, 1955, to the family of Willie Obiano in the historic town of Aguleri in Anambra State. Young Willie showed great promise in his higher education. He was particularly remarkable at the Christ the King College, Chieftaincy, Odisha, where he won the Young 50-year-old Kennedy Prize for essay writing in 1974. And subsequently made good grades at Army place in the University of Lagos, where he studied accountancy. He was to later earn his two university degrees from the same school, graduating with a BS in second class of publication in 1971 and MBA in marketing in 1993. Chief Obiano began his career on an auspicious note, program of Nigeria, where he learned the rudiments of banking and established his flair for financial analysis. However, he eventually moved to Texaco Nigeria PLC, where he gradually rose to the elite position of the chief internal auditor of the company with extensive oversight functions, stretching into the company's operations overseas. He later joined Fidelity Bank PLC, where he brought his enormous capacity to bear on the growth aspirations of the bank, distinguishing himself in various divisions. Between 1991 and 2002, Chief Obiano headed many key groups and divisions in the bank, including corporate banking, non-banking financial institutions, treasury, foreign operations, oil and gas financing, telecommunications, aviation, and several other businesses where he showed tremendous leadership skills and a rare people's touch, culminating in his emergence as the executive director, business banking, and the number 2 man in the leadership hierarchy. Therefore, our governors are very expensive.
He's married to the governor of Anambra State, Chief Willie Obiano, from Aguleri in Anambra East Government area of Anambra State. She attended Lagos Premier Day School, Lagos State, and Okija Community Secondary School in Anambra State, where she got General Certificate of Education, GCE. She earned a diploma in mass communication from University of Lagos and bachelor's degree in history and international studies from Lagos State University, Glasgow. She later obtained an associate degree in real estate from Lone Star College, Houston, Texas, United States of America, and attended other training in human and material management in Nigeria, Europe, and the USA. The policies Obiano has worked in many reputable organizations and held sensitive positions in the course of her career. Between November 1991 and May 2010, she worked in various capacities in National Petroleum Investment and Management Services, a subsidiary of Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation (NPC), as catering supervisor, corporate procurement officer, and welfare officer. On several occasions, she presented mappings as material officer in France, USA, and UK on Bonga Field Development Project of SPDC. Before her husband became governor in year 2014, Mrs. Obiano had been involved in charity programs, helping the less privileged. She undertook church welfare projects and was marriage counselor, among other humanitarian endeavors. It is therefore no surprise that as first lady of Anambra State, she set up an NGO, Caring Family Enhancement Initiative, CAFE, in August 2014 to advance her charity program.
This was followed by the conferment of chieftaincy titles on the honorees, which was performed away from the camera inside a secret place known as the Owaua Chambers. Governor Obiano and his wife shortly emerged from the chambers, sporting the full regalia of their new titles. With the brief ceremony inside the chambers, Governor Willie Obiano had become the Are Amuagun of Ado-Ekiti, while his beautiful wife had become the Erelu Amuagun of Ado-Ekiti. To non-Yoruba speakers, Amuagun loosely translates to someone who has the capacity to mobilize people across divisive lines together to achieve a united group goal. It is a carefully selected title that reflects the character and natural inclinations of Governor Obiano. The arena soon exploded into spectacular performances by different dance troupes to mark the conferment of the titles on the governor and his wife. Different groups also paid tributes to the new Are Amuagun of Ado-Ekiti. Speaking on the conferment of the titles on Governor Obiano and his wife, the Ewi of Ado-Ekiti, Oba Rufus Adeyemo Adejugbe, offered useful insights into why the governor was the perfect choice for the honor. In her response, the wife of the governor of Anambra State, Dr. Mrs. Ebelechukwu Obiano Osodieme, who spoke flawless Yoruba, expressed her gratitude to the people of Ekiti State for the honor done her and her husband. Responding to the honor done him, the governor of Anambra State, Chief Willie Obiano spoke on the significance of the day and urged Ndibo in Ado-Ekiti to be law-abiding citizens and to show respect to their hosts.
I thank you for finding me worthy for this honor. I'm a group of Ado-Ekiti. Plus, the declaration of election since my second title in Yoruba, and I deeply appreciate the area for this honor. And the wife, they've done so much to make this today a success. I want to especially thank the wife of the governor of Ado-Ekiti State for their support. Most of the things you are seeing around here, the food and drinks, are supplied by them. So I appreciate you immensely. Your Excellency, Sir, the Governor of Anambra, the Grand Chief Tireless of Ado-Ekiti, and Your Excellency, the brand new Anambra of Ado-Ekiti, you are both welcome to Ekiti State, the land of honor. His Excellency, Dr. Khalid, because it's in Abeokuta in Ogun State, receiving His Excellency the President, who is there commissioning some projects from the outgoing government. His Excellency said I should be very welcome, and he believes that the relationship between the good people of Anambra State and the people of Ekiti State will continue to go from strength to strength. You have many citizens of your state who are resident here in our state, living peacefully in our midst, in good businesses that are improving the economy of our state, and we pray to God Almighty that that relationship will continue to grow better and better, especially now that we have deeper roots in our state.
The Obi of Onitsha, Igwe Nnemeka Achebe, and other dignitaries also spoke on the honor conferred on Obiano by the people of Ado-Ekiti.
He's our leader and he's leading us well. What can we say about that? So that's why we're all here to support him. Well, you can see what's happening. It's very exciting. It's very exciting. Thank God for his message that this is happening. It's wonderful. It depicts that we should look and work on things that bring us together. And there's many things that bring us together. We have so many things in common. Even our languages are similar. Our history of origin are similar. We focus on that rather than things that divide us. Okay? The colonial masters brought division. Our politicians picked it up. I think it's time to start looking back again. This morning I went to Afe Babalola University. All 36 states in this country are represented there. On the student body, the faculty, and they're all happy among themselves. That's what we want. One country that is good for everybody.
Today, I'm convinced without doubt that our Chancellor, the Ewi of Ado-Ekiti, is highly detribalized. I'm also convinced without doubt that our governor is recognized nationwide and beyond. He's not only a good governor to Anambra people, he's a dynamic and pragmatic governor and administrator recognized beyond Anambra State. People say that a golden fish has no hiding place. The recognition being conferred today on His Excellency and his wife are all indications of the fact that he's a performing governor.
It is indeed a thing of joy to see the visitor to my university, Chief Dr. Willie Obiano, and his amiable wife being honored today in faraway Ekiti State by the Ewi of Ado-Ekiti. It's indeed interesting, and also the fact that it is some distance from Anambra State, and they have been accorded this all-important recognition to be awarded the chieftaincy title they are receiving today. It also goes to show that when it comes to social and cultural affiliations, there are no boundaries as far as Nigeria is concerned, as far as Africa is concerned, and as far as anywhere in the world that respects culture and tradition. And therefore, this is building a bridge between Ekiti State and Anambra State.
In the end, Governor Willie Obiano Abokwedike and his beautiful wife, Ebelechukwu Obiano Osodieme, left Ado-Ekiti in a blaze of glory. But they also left us with glimpses of what Nigeria should be when we put aside our bitter rivalries bordering on tribal and religious intolerance and build bridges across the things that separate us.